We didn't have to journey to the stars to make our discoveries, but in fact, beings from other stars have journeyed to our planet.
This is nuts.
I wanted to make it about me.
Mr. Neary, what did you expect to find? An answer! That's not crazy, is it?
Relatively little to fear. People don't realize, or it's hard for people to remember, that Close Encounters was truly the first cultural, iconic moment that said, calm down, we're okay, they can be our friends. That really was a huge statement, and I, along with lots of other people, wanted to participate in it.
I found this overnight tanning stuff, and I want you to spray it on half of your face so that your face looks all even one color.
Makes my face look yellow. What does this remind you of, Ronnie?
Go away!
I was down to 48 hours before needing whoever played that.
When I was cast,
I'm not certain that
and that was it. That was the beginning.
This conversation now.
We were trying to come up with a vision.
Stephen kept saying it must be 5 notes, which gives me pleasure because in the beginning it was as remote as all of the other 300 examples of 5 notes.
is out for him.
Holy! Holy!
And of course, at the end of the
Roy Arbogast was the what you would call a physical effects supervisor on Close Encounters.
Unit 211, 1030.
He was really in charge of any physical thing that needed smoke, pyrotechnics, physical movement. If there was a train signal that had to swing back and forth or the truck had to flip upside down, Roy would be in charge of rigging all of those things.
Roy was great. And I remember Dreyfuss is in his pickup truck and he sees his spaceship. And then things start to fly all over the place. So we thought, how in the heck can we create that? And then we're thinking it was somewhat the idea of Fred Astaire dancing on the ceiling.
He just locked the car to a gimbal. It's an awesome effect.
We had to build the road because we needed to have total light control. Fortunately, there was another hangar.
I wanted to do my own stunts really, really bad. The scene where the truck almost hits me, I really desperately wanted to be the boy that had to be tackled and over into the ditch there. And at the last moment, they put in a stunt double for that particular scene.
Dad, Mom's dinner's ready.
My nephew Justin played my son.
Daddy? Daddy?
That was a lot of fun.
Stephen left it in.
I hate these potatoes. There's a dead fly and my potatoes.
The scene in the kitchen. It was a hot, rainy apart. The whole kitchen blew up. The knife.
To tell her that it's all just a joke.
The conditions that we worked.
A pure moment. And from the scene,
different points on it.
What would have been certainly expected was the curtains of
Bob Swarth, who was in charge of all the stars and the animation and flat art, actually
I was given a music track that just had...
So it's, and you can put the camera wherever you want.
See, that's the first special effects picture I've ever done. What was funny about it, we had a...
I think that there's something about Stephen's movies that require almost that the music be a partner in the narrative. But the music of Close Encounters needs... And the other part of the music... And the film...
the whole end of the movie, the whole scene about meet and greet and I was trying to get Columbia to let me finish the movie.
Stephen, he wanted to have a way of showing...
For the special edition, Stephen added a number of scenes. They did some forced perspective shots.
In the special edition, they added that shot where the big shadow goes over the truck.
Well, there was always a scene I liked. I loved the shower scene. We put that in. I was sorry we lost that in the first one, so we were able to get that in.
I don't think I know what's happening to me.
When we saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind, we wanted more. Now, there is more.
I had been doing writing on Close Encounters, just figure it out. For one thing, I didn't believe it was science fiction. I didn't coin this, but I thought, wouldn't it be great if the math basically is musical math, and they start to communicate with each other through lights, colors, and musical tones. So all this was, out backwards.
I just want to know that it's really happening.
I think in casting, I knew what I wanted, and it turned out great. I didn't know what the mothership would look like, so we tried various things. My first concept was, and I remember Joe Alves gave me a model of Devil's Tower. Joe found Devil's Tower. He had looked at the thing. John doesn't like to read the scripts very much when I make a movie. And the mothership. John spent a lot of time. And as John said, it can't sound like a song. And it just sounded right. The first thing that I remember was being forced to finish it before tremendous numbers that first day of wide release. But I always think, even to this day, that Columbia would have made even more money on Close Encounters. But 3 years later, the special edition was closer to my vision. For me, Close Encounters was a work in progress, and even now I still the image that I've always taken